The Green Connection Legacy Program is a skills building and advocacy program about environmental and social justice as part of accelerating South Africa's just transition from fossil fuel use to sustainable renewable energy use. It focuses on empowerment of young, passionate activists and women to help activists gain and strengthen their advocacy skills and amplify their voices to resolve environmental justice issues. The program equips activists to intervene in the policy and legislative space in order to strengthen decision-making processes to ensure effective implementation of governance in the natural environment, conservation, and environmental justice spheres, enabling an environment built for civil society to connect with the right people to make the changes necessary for sustainable development. The program carries out numerous workshops providing shared information and participatory learning to participants. The workshops focus on providing knowledge about advocacy and governance, media engagement, networking, building partnerships and coalitions, monitoring and evaluation. The workshops provide a space for participants to be interactive, posing questions and problems involving people's thoughts, emotions, and actions in a variety of activities. It is a highly participatory and a democratic process sensitive to gender and other inequalities. It encourages all participants to learn and teach others. At the beginning of the program, the legacy participants share their expectations and the program during the first workshop.
I see the struggle that my community is in. So that's why I was feeling to apply for this program.
The reason I'm here is to learn more about advocacy, to learn more about the environment, what's going on in the rest of the world, or Western Cape as we put it, so that I know what to do when it comes to our situation and our cause that we are fighting back home.
I'm here to connect with other activists in the environmental space and really unpack some of the new dealings happening in the energy sector.
During the program, participants receive homework to do within their communities by applying the knowledge shared during the workshops. Participants may get mentors to assist with providing advice and support during their advocacy activities. Through the workshops attended and activities done, this enables activists to develop evidence to support their demands, mobilize people to join eco-justice campaigns, find the right channels for addressing eco-injustices, and use the media to enable communities to have an amplified voice in governance and decision-making around sustainable development. Legacy participants have conducted commendable work influencing change within their communities. In the Eastern Cape, legacy participants from Port St. John's succeeded in getting a councillor who is opposed to oil and gas nominated for elections. In the Western Cape, a legacy participant from Knysna established a co-management committee and task team to coordinate with provincial level around oil and gas and fishers' rights. He received an appointment with the mayor and Sand Parks. In the Western Cape, legacy participants and the Green Connection arranged meetings with local action groups and mobilized World Oceans Day protest and picketing in Saldanha, Langaban, and Paternoster. Additionally, Saldanha Bay legacy participants wrote a letter of complaint with the failings of the Car Powership environmental impact assessment process within their area. This resulted in the suspension of the environmental impact assessment and the eventual Department of Forestry, Fisheries and the Environment rejection of the environmental impact assessment. Legacy participants from Western Cape in Langaban held interviews with fisher folk. They also took part in a webinar with Masifundise Coastal Links provincial leaders, thus engaging them to participate in the opposition against car power ships. In the Karoo, legacy participants organized a fracking workshop for the community members in Bootfoot West. The workshop focused on the impacts on water within the area. Many of the legacy participants formed successful and impactful partnerships with local civil society organizations. At the end of the program, the legacy participants share what they have learned and gained within the program.
But what I've learned from your expertise, in particularly Liz, is how you've taught us the laws of the country and how it is available to all of us, if we know the laws, to use the laws of our country and specifically for our advantage, and to keep our government account according to what our constitution, our law says, how to use it as ordinary citizens. That actually stood out for me above all else.
I have learned a lot regarding environmental injustice. I have learned a lot about white and green paper. I have learned a lot about advocacy, most of all is. And I have learned how to interact with different people coming from different cultures, different race. Yes.
So coming to this legacy project today, I am very grateful that I have learned that the communities must come together in fight against imbalances of the past, more especially when it comes to energy and environmental justice.
Okay, at first when I came to the program, I didn't know much about environmental justice. So when I came here, I got a chance to learn about what issues are affecting our environment, like I'm staying in the West Coast. So there are things that I learned. For instance, I didn't know anything about Section 24, environmental what. So I didn't know about that. But when I got to the Green Connection workshop, I learned new sections, and I learned how to be a good environmentalist.
An award ceremony was held to celebrate the legacy participants' achievements and successes within the program in terms of the activism skills they had acquired and the activism work they had done towards contributing to making a change within their communities. The Green Connection Legacy Program has developed a network of empowered and skilled green connectors, engaging civil society in finding its voice, in the hope to achieve an improvement in environmental governance and advocacy. For more information about the Green Connection Legacy Program, visit us at www.thegreenconnection.org.za.